Okay, let's talk about the one opponent in poker you can't see, the one who can cost you more money than anyone else at the table. And here's the thing, it has absolutely nothing to do with the cards you're holding. We're talking about your own mind, and the single biggest leak in the game, tilt. Oh, you know this feeling. We've all been there. You're playing great, you're in the zone, making all the right moves. And then, bam, a nasty bad beat. A huge pot slides the wrong way. And just like that, poof, all that discipline, all that strategy, it just vanishes. It's like your logical brain just packed its bags and left the building. Well, when that happens, you've just met the villain of our story. This is your internal bad guy, and it sits down with you at every single table, just waiting for its moment to turn a great session into an absolute train wreck. So, it's time we officially put a name to this villain. Let's talk about poker tilt. So what is tilt exactly? Well, think of it like an emotional flood. It's that frustration, that anger, that disappointment, and it just completely short-circuits your brain's logic center. Your carefully crafted strategy goes right out the window, and you start making plays that you know, deep down, are just plain bad. It is, without a doubt, the #1 enemy of winning poker. All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into what tilt is. Then we'll learn how to spot the warning signs. After that, we'll cover why it's so destructive, give you an anti-tilt toolkit, and finally, get into mastering your mindset for the long run. So, how do you actually fight this thing? Well, the very first step is learning to see it coming. You got to know the warning signs. So take a look at these. Do any of them sound a little familiar? Maybe you start firing off crazy bets just to try and get your money back. Or you find yourself stuck, replaying that one bad beat over and over in your head. That impatience, that irritation. These are the little red flags, the alarms telling you that tilt is creeping in and about to take the wheel. Recognizing the signs? That's step 1, and it's huge. But to really get motivated to fight back, you have to understand the stakes. Let's look at just how damaging this villain really is. And wow, this really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? It's like night and day. On the left, you've got the tilted player. They're their own worst enemy, just lighting their bankroll on fire with emotional bets. But on the right, that's a focused player. They're in control, protecting their money and making smart strategic moves. The difference is just massive. And if we break it down by the numbers, the benefits are just huge. I mean, look at this. The biggest payoff of keeping your cool, a whopping 40% of the benefit is just protecting your bankroll. That alone should be enough to get your attention. But on top of that, it sharpens your decisions, makes you focus better, and builds that long-term mental toughness. Okay, so we get it. We know the problem. We know why it's so important. Now for the fun part. Let's build your personal toolkit to stop tilt dead in its tracks. So you feel that anger, that frustration rising. What do you do? Right now, in the moment. Think of this as your 3-step emergency brake. First, just acknowledge it. Say it to yourself. Okay, I am frustrated right now. No judgment. Second, breathe. Slow, deep breaths. This isn't just fluff. It physically calms you down. And third, step away. Seriously, just get up from the table for 5 minutes. It can completely reset everything. You know, different triggers need different tools. Just got hit with a gut-wrenching bad beat? The only thing that matters is the next hand. Just breathe and refocus. On a losing streak? This is where having a hard stop-loss limit is your best friend. A super aggressive opponent getting under your skin? Stick to your strategy. Don't let them pull you into their game. Think of this table as your go-to cheat sheet. Now, those in-the-moment fixes are great, but the real pro move is prevention. You want to build a routine that makes you resilient before you even sit down. We're talking strict limits on losses and time, taking care of yourself physically, and this one is probably the most important of all. Focus on the process of making good decisions, not whether you won or lost the hand. That's how you build a mental fortress that tilt just can't penetrate. All right, let's shift gears. We've been playing defense, now it's time to go on offense. This final section is all about proactively building a mindset that's just naturally resistant to tilt. This stuff right here, this is what separates the pros from everyone else. They don't just react, they prepare. They keep journals to find their own personal tilt patterns. They use low-stakes games as a gym. It's like weight training for your emotions. And they actively use positive self-talk to literally rewire how their brain handles stress at the table. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Anybody can play well when the cards are falling their way. But what really truly defines a great player is how they play when things are going wrong. Managing your emotions isn't just a defensive tactic, it's your single biggest competitive edge. So if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. You wouldn't just hope to learn how to calculate pot odds, right? You'd study it, you'd practice it. The mental game is exactly the same. You can't just hope you'll feel calm. Emotional control is a skill. It's something you have to train, and it's something you have to master if you want to win. And that leads me to the final question I want to leave you with. The next time you sit down to play, ask yourself this, and be honest. Are you in control, plan your cards with a clear head and a solid strategy, or have your emotions taken over, and now tilt is playing you? Your answer to that question will define your entire game.
Start a live chat now to join one of our clubs or ask us any questions. Message at bluffingmonkeys24_7 on Telegram or visit bluffingmonkeys.com and start a live chat.